So we are really close to being done. So a couple of things I want to do. I want to go back through the entire assignment on this portion and make sure that I have noted everything and make sure of what my general notes are going to be. So I'm going to go back into model space, and this will make it easy for me to go back through. So if I look through my notes here, and up in the task 1, there's a first note says roof slope to be 1 to 12. I didn't put that in there, so I need to do that. This detail is 1/4 inch equals a foot, so I want to do that. I'm going to put it on my notes layer that's on here for overall section. So how I typically do that is I'm going to go to copy, and I'm going to copy this line up, and then I draw a vertical line, and then I offset that line 12 inches, and then I can draw a horizontal line from here to there, and I have my slope triangle, and I can just trim that up. Put that on my note layer, and that matches this layer, so I want to actually do match to that. And then I'm going to go to my annotate, and I'm just going to use my multi-line text, and I'm going to put in 12, and I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to drop it down here to the side. And then this is too small, so I'm going to enlarge that twice its size. So I'm going to use my scale, and I'm going to put in 2. That makes it a little bit bigger. Then the other thing is that needs to go on the bottom, on the horizontal, and that needs to go more level up there. Then that actually needs to be mirrored because it's backwards. Number needs to move up, and then I want to move it closer to the actual roof. The other number needs to move over, and I want to move all of it over a little bit, and that actually needs to be a 1. Now that we have that complete, we will go back to our list. The wall girt to be 5 inches. Okay, I called it a girt, but I didn't say what size it was, so I need to go back to that, and I need to change that to say 5-inch girt. Then I have wall sheeting to be 2 inches thick. I don't really need to detail and give that a dimension because that's not really critical, because that could also change. The eave strut to be 8 inches high. I believe I called that out there, or there. I called that out there. And then I also got my purlins listed on here. And I have my roof sheeting, and again, I don't need to put the thickness on that. And then I noted my gutter on the other detail. So I've got all of my information there. So now if I go down and I look at the notes that are on the handwritten drawings, if I go to my plan here, one of the first notes is the outside edge of column to outside edge of slab is 4 inches. I have my column located to the slab. I don't have a note on here that says my PEMB is to be 30 feet wide. On my general notes, I'm just going to leave it a 1/4 inch scale, and I'm going to go to annotate, and I'm going to start my general notes. So the first thing I'm going to do is type in general notes, and I'm going to put a colon, and I'm going to put number 1, PEMB to be 30 feet wide by 60 feet long. So I have my first general note. I need to also say what my PSELL is. So I'm going to put PEMB to be 20 PSELL. Then if I look on down, I have my column noted, I have my base plate noted, I have my welded wire mesh, I have my dimensions there, so I'm good. I have my dimensions there. I have that information on there. So I think all I have left are just these general notes here. So I need to put in concrete to be 3,000 PSI in 28 days. Then I need concrete slab to be reinforced with 6x6 welded wire mesh. Do I need to put that in there? No, I do not, because I have that on my detail. I do need to put the vapor barrier information in there, and I'm going to say vapor barrier to be 6 mil poly and to be placed between floor, slab, and compacted subgrade. We didn't really call out the subgrade that it was compacted, so I think I'll go back and do that. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to just do a multi-liter, and again I'm going to be at the wrong scale, but I will fix that. I'm going to put subgrade C general notes. So I just need to change these. This detail was at 1 inch equals a foot, so I'm just going to go to my properties and I'm going to change it to add 1 inch equals a foot. Get rid of the 1/4 inch and say okay. So now again, before I continue on, I want to go and make sure I didn't cut that off, and I'm just barely made it in there, so we're good there. So I'm going to go back to model space and I'm going to continue with my general notes. And the next one is all reinforcement bars shall be grade 60. Then we have the anchor bolt note. Anchor bolts to be 3/4 inch with a 3 inch projection. And extend to lower 1/3 of footing depth. Anchor bolts to be A36 grade. So I believe now I have everything I need on here. I'm going to kind of squeeze these down a little bit. And I'm going to put them on just my regular notes layer. And now I'm going to go to my S1 sheet and I'm going to copy a viewport again. And I'm going to put this over to the side. And then I'm going to click in it. I'm going to unlock it. I am going to find my general notes. And I had done them at a 1/4 inch equals a foot. So if I change that to 1/4 inch equals a foot, then they should be the correct size. And again, I'm going to take this box and kind of stretch it in. It's not absolutely necessary, but I like for it to be fairly tight fitting to the text. Now I'm going to move the box down towards the title block. So now that I have them on this sheet, again I want to go in and lock that so the scale doesn't change on them. Now I can just do copy and paste for my other sheet. So I can do clipboard, copy with base point, pick the bottom corner, pick that, go to my S2 sheet, clipboard, paste, and paste it right there. So again, I want to do one last check to make sure everything looks correct, and that all looks good. So by now you should know how to control your layers. So go in and turn those layers off in this viewport. So now that looks good. That looks good. If I go back and look at this one, everything looks good. I don't have anything on there that I shouldn't have. Got lots of notes now on here that I need to get rid of. Again, you should know how to do this. So go in and turn off what needs to be turned off in this viewport. So this one looks good now. So I'm pretty good with that. I got everything numbered correctly. Everything is numbered on the details correctly. So now I'm going to check my S2 sheet. Again, now I have some notes on here that I don't want on here. So I'm going to come in here. You have the same thing. You need to go in and fix them, just like I'm going to go in and fix mine. So just make sure you go through and turn on and off the correct layers. Be sure to do spell check. As you saw along the way, I had some incorrect spellings, so those need to be fixed before you turn it in. And make sure you have your general notes on both sheets, and that should take care of this project. I hope you've learned a lot about pre-engineered manufactured buildings. This will probably be the last assignment we do in AutoCAD, which I'm sure will make you all very happy. The rest of the assignments we will probably do in Revit. Hopefully you'll continue to learn a lot about structural drafting. The next section we will study will be structural steel.